Okay, so now we're recording, and welcome to our Thursday morning business chat. And this morning we're going to chat about the compensation plan. It's nice to know how we get paid, and it's also nice to know how to respond when someone you're maybe, prospecting with, asks you questions about the comp plan. And I had that happen this morning. A new person we're working with that's recently joined the team has a experienced networker he's chatting with and says she wants to know more about the comp plan. What should I send her? And prior to nitty gritty, I'd send this, I'd send that, and I'd send two or three things. And I'd have to do that every time, someone asked a question. So I'm going to share with you what I sent to him. And I sent him a link to nitty gritty. And in the distributor section, I went to compensation plan. And in my browser, I copied that, and I put that in the text message, here. So this way, his new person would go to the compensation plan section of nitty gritty at the same time, finding out, wow, these guys got this really cool website, training website. Look at all this other stuff, which I know from experience that sometimes having a good training and support system is an important decision point for people. And we've really got that. Thank you, Judy. Daniel, you've done such a fabulous job creating this for us. So I just wanted to walk through the contents of this section with you briefly, and then just kind of open it up for some interactive questions that you may have about the compensation plan. Chances are, if the question's in your mind, it's probably in several others. So with that being said, compensation plans, I sometimes, people say they're so complicated, and I'd rather use the word sophisticated. Okay. And I drive a German automobile. It's not electric yet, but it's a V8, and I love it. But I rarely open the hood. Okay. All I know is I put the key in. I don't even have to put the key in. I just hit the start button and the car starts, and I press on the gas, it goes. I press on the brake, it stops. So I kind of use that analogy sometimes. It's a very hybrid, sophisticated automobile, but with that being said, you don't need to understand everything for it to work. It works anyway. But for compensation, people want to understand the basics. So we used to have a 16-page compensation plan brochure. It's the last thing I'd want to send to anyone because it was way too much detail. So we went ahead and created this first document, the 3 phases of the compensation plan. And this is, if someone's asking questions about the compensation plan, this is the first thing I would send them. And now you can just send them to nitty gritty and they can read this. I'm just going to read right from what it says. In addition to being a 15-year-old company doing business, I need to change that because we're a 16-year-old company now. In addition to being a 60-year-old company doing business in, I need to change that because it's 75 plus countries. LifeWave has developed a solid balance and well-structured compensation plan that generously rewards distributors in 3 progressive and cumulative phases. Below is a short summary. And I found that even with the most experienced, serious network marketing professionals, this is usually more than enough to get us off to the next question. Okay, tell me more about the product. Tell me about the company. Tell me about the owner. You don't want to drill down too deep. People just want to know it's well designed, it's proven, and here's a basic overview. And for you to know, the plan really works out in 3 progressive phases, okay? In phase 1 is personal production and bonuses. Phase 2 is team bonuses. And then the next page here, page 3, is leadership bonuses, okay? So real quickly, initially in the beginning, you get paid by enrolling customers and distributors. That's how you make money, okay? And you can make 33% on retail customers. You can make 20% on preferred customers. And you can make between 15 and 31% product introduction bonuses on new distributor kits that you sell and on upgrades. So, that's the numbers people want to know. Okay, I can make 20 to 30% on my customers. and I make 15 to 31% on the business kits, our bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond kits. You make between 15 and 31% on those kits. And you could see with the bronze kit, it's $124.95, but $25 of that is the registration fee. So you're making $15 on a $100 sale, okay, which is one sleeve of X39. And then, and it goes up to the point where a diamond, if someone's diamond pack qualified and they sell a diamond kit, they make $500. The average distributor sells a diamond kit, they make $200 until they become a manager, they make $300. When they become a director, they make $400. When they become a senior director, they make $500. So there's a progressive diamond kit bonus. There's a progressive platinum kit bonus. I wouldn't go into much of those details with anybody. I just say you can make between 15 and 31%. And then phase two, when people you sponsor start sponsoring people, you start now earning some team bonuses. You have an opportunity to earn team bonuses, and there's a $50 binary bonus, which is explained in a little bit more detail here. And here it also explains that $300 diamond product introduction bonus, our PIB bonus, as we call it. And we call it a differential bonus because, for example, if I sponsored Stacy and she came in at silver or gold, and she sponsored Jennifer that came in at diamond, and because I'm a senior director or above, Stacy would make $200 on the sale of that diamond kit. There's $500 going to be paid out. I make the extra $300 until Stacy becomes diamond kit qualified for 14 weeks, or becomes a manager, and then she makes $300, a director, then she makes $400, or senior director, then she makes the $500. So we call that a differential bonus. So that's the foundation of our compensation plan. And when you start building a team, and I like to say, phase three, when your team starts growing into maybe like an organization, these matching bonuses really start adding up, where you can make a matching bonus on 3 levels of distributors, 25% on your first level, 20% on your second level, 20% on your third level. So, that's highly motivating, for example, for Robin and I to work very closely with Tim and Helen Peak, because we personally sponsored them. So whatever they make, whenever they make $1,000, we make $250. And we really love working with Michelle because they sponsored her. And whenever Michelle makes $1,000, we make $200. So those matching bonuses really start adding up. And as your organization starts maturing, you start making as much or more with matching bonuses you might make with the leadership, with the binary bonus. So that's more than you need to tell a new person. You're not new people, so I went in a little bit more detail, but this is the primary little sheet that I'd share with somebody. Now, the other thing you'll find here in this section, a better explanation of the product introduction bonuses. I just mentioned 500, 300, 100. You can see what you can earn. And then the best thing to do is say, watch the video, because what's this gal's name, Robin? Do you remember? She does just a fabulous job. It's a 27-minute video.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cindy Bedore. I am coming to you from Tampa, Florida.
She's a cross-line cousin. She's not on our team, but she's put together this wonderful compensation plan video, and she has, welcomed us to share it with our team. So really love that. So, between that first document, the 3 phases in this video, I've never had never say never. Robin always reminds me of that. Hardly ever had anybody coming back needing more information to make a decision about joining. There's 2 levels of knowledge people need on the comp plan. One is just to know it works well enough that they join. And some people don't even need to know that because they're so ecstatic about the products. And I'm sorry, I got people sitting in the waiting room waiting to come in.
I'll take care of it.
There we go. So sometimes many people join without even needing to know anything about the compensation plan because they're so excited about the product, and they'd probably do this even if we didn't have a compensation plan. So, and then the last piece is this, nice little chart that the company has created for us, the weekly binary commission maximum payouts. And then there's a little bit of Q&A, and then Judy created this great chart, 3 steps to director. And each of these things you can click to download, but step 1, 1 active bronze on each side. I do want to point out, and I pointed out to Emily, that this, this piece right here is inaccurate. Just 2 active personally sponsored bronze on each leg. It really is 1. So Judy's document is right. The corporate document's wrong, and they're fixing that. I was in discussion with them yesterday about it. So, wow, that was a lot. So I don't want to go any deeper because I've already used, a big chunk of our call. So I'm going to invite anyone that has any questions, comments about our compensation plan to just unmute yourself. I've done a global mute. Sadly, there's no way to do a global unmute, but go ahead, Kay, you've got your hand up. So just unmute yourself.
Thank you. I jotted down a couple questions as you did that. On a Saturday morning training, when you introduced Nitty Gritty, the gal that came up with it, she made the comment that this was primarily for distributors, not prospects. But it appears that you're using this with prospects. Is that correct?
That is correct. You're welcome to do that. It's not a prospecting site, so there's no pitch about the business opportunity. It's not where you'd send someone to learn more, but if you got a serious person, especially someone experienced in network marketing, asking about the compensation plan, I think this is the best route to go, is just send them to Nitty Gritty and again, to the compensation plan section. And, or your other choice is you can just download this PDF and send that to them, and you can send them the link to the video. Those are the 2 things I would send to somebody.
Okay, that's a great way to do it. And then one other question. Could you scroll to the next page, please? No, the next page of that document that you had up.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, of the 3-phase.
Yes.
I think it might be just a typo in the very first group under matching bonuses, the last sentence. Rank requirement, be active gold with 1 platinum personally sponsored silver. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I wonder why it took so long for somebody to find that typo. Yay, K. Yeah, that is a typo. It's not a platinum personally. It's a personally sponsored silver in each leg.
Okay, well, I'm working on going up to that level so that I read it carefully.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
We will get that edited out. Thank you for catching that.
And we so appreciate when you guys find these little things.
Yeah.
Anything that's not clear or a typo.
Yeah. Okay. So now, I'm sorry, I forgot your first name, but it says Paul's iPhone.
Valerie.
So just go ahead.
It's Valerie.
Hi, Valerie. Hi, Valerie. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm clear on that on the X39, you get $20. I am not at all clear what the commission is on every other non-X39 patch.
20%.
Neither am I.
$10. It's $10. $10.
$10. There you go.
$10 for per pack, per sleeve for non-X, 20 for X.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, that's easy enough.
Thanks, Helen.
Hey, Gregory, I
Yes.
just want you to know that I have a friend who had a lot of points on both teams on the binary,
Yes.
and she did not get paid. And I called the customer service and they said you needed 2 on each leg. So she has not been paid. Just so you know, it's kind of out there where you actually need 2. And that's what I was told by a customer service.
They told you that because they probably read it, but the comp plan is 1 and they're changing that. I discussed this with Emily yesterday.
So then they will pay her a back payment.
You need 1 personally sponsored active bronze on each leg to unlock the payments on your binary. You'll accumulate volume until that. As long as you're active, points will still accumulate, but you don't access the points and start getting paid until you have one active bronze on each leg.
Well, the programming and the plan did not come up. She did not get paid, just so you know.
And did she have one active bronze on
Yes.
each leg?
Yeah.
Well, let's take that offline and,
Yep.
maybe, give me that example and information that I can share with Emily later on
Yeah,
today.
do a screen share.
Yeah. And
I'll
so-
do it.
Good.
Great.
Michelle, you had your hand up next, so go ahead.
Under the $50 binary cycle bonus.
Yes.
I've never, no, that's the right page, Gregor, yeah. I never saw that. This is a 12-month non-flushing binary. So if after 12 months, if you haven't cycled, you will lose all the volume?
No, you lose month 13, you lose month 1. And by the way, they haven't implemented that yet, but that's something that's coming. Okay, so right now it's a total non-flushing, but they're moving in the direction, they're going to allow you to accumulate points for 12 running months,
Uh-huh.
but not forever.
Okay. I guess that's fair. I have, as most of you probably do, I have one really like the power leg, and then I have this other leg, I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I don't want to lose all those points on my
You won't lose all, the oldest month will fall off when the new month comes on, and theoretically the new month's going to be bigger than the old month falling off.
Right. Okay, good. Thank you, Gregory. This is awesome. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, you're welcome.
We're all learning, even us oldies are learning something.
It's Robin's idea. Yeah.
I have
Good.
another question.
Yeah, go ahead, Patty.
If I have a client that's gonna go,
Yeah, go ahead.
you could call me whatever you want.
No, Patty had her hand up and I thought Valerie's
Oh.
talking and Patty's next. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Patty. I can yield and wait for Patty to go.
You already started. Go ahead.
I'm mid-sentence. If I have a client that's gonna go from gold to platinum,
Yes.
and I'm a manager, that means that I'll get the 150, right? If I were a director, then I would get the 300.
That's a Robin question.
The one part of the comp plan that I am not totally clear about is the platinum, but the total platinum is 300.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go down as senior director, down to director, it's 250, down to manager, it's 200. So you get $50 more than you would be getting. So it's 200 to, let's see, 150, 200, 250, 300. So yeah, 300 is the maximum. And then break it as a senior director, 250 as a director, 200 as a manager, and
Okay.
150 as a regular distributor. Okay.
And so my senior director will get $100 blessing.
You're exactly. And at first, I just want to be really honest with you guys. I had a hard time when I was receiving those differential bonuses, and Gregory goes, "Those are leadership bonuses, Robin. You've earned that." So,
Right.
it's and that's the reason we want to help everyone get to senior director and above, because then you're not leaving any money on the table.
And I went ahead and clicked through it. As you might have been watching at the bottom, it says click here. So now I'm actually in the compensation plan brochure or document the company's created. And you can see there is a whole section on the platinum PIBs where you'd probably get your question answered. And it might be one level of detail deeper than we want to go on this call right now.
Okay,
Okay, great.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, and go ahead, Patty, you are next.
Yes, all I wanted to mention is that on the preferred customers,
Yes.
when on the X39, you said $20 for every X39.
Yes.
When in the program, when the loyalty points are applied monthly,
Mhm.
the amount reduces. It's not a full $20 because the invoice value reduces.
Correct.
So just so that people know.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so
Patty.
it's still, I think it still stays 20% of the purchase price, but
Correct.
it,
It stays
Yeah.
20% of the purchase price, so it adjusts. So at first I was looking for, how come I'm not getting my $20 every time,
Yeah.
right? I
Good
figured
point.
it out.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks for pointing that out. But 20% is a pretty nice, generous payment on your preferred customer purchases.
It's phenomenal.
Yes. Okay. And who else? Okay, Stacy, you got your hand up. Go ahead. You're still muted, Stacy.
Sorry about that.
That's
So I have
okay.
a question about having a bronze on each side. On my PV side, I have 2 bronze. And then on the business side, the other side of the binary tree, I have a silver.
A
So,
silver, that's okay. A silver is also a bronze, a gold is
okay,
a bronze. So it's bronze or above, correct?
okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, very good point. Important one to make. And Robin's answering some chat questions. Do you want to vocalize them, Robin, for people's
Well, that was
edification?
Stacy's. She
Oh,
just put
okay.
it in there.
Oh, okay.
So, no, and platinum, they said they were taking platinum away, but
A
they
year ago.
haven't. But they haven't.
It
It's kind
seems
of
like,
like they said they were taking the old points away that are a year older. They haven't yet.
yeah,
So we just got to stay current with what is, and platinum still exists.
good. All good questions. Who's got another one? Okay, goodbye.
I have one. My raise the hand won't stay up, man.
Well, that's okay. I probably just put it down by accident. Go ahead, Kate.
Okay, so on this 3 phases sheet, I wonder if we could add under phase 1.3, the kits, if we could add how many sleeves it is, so that we have that as a reference. It costs $124.95 and you get 2 sleeves, or it costs $4.99 and you get 11 sleeves, to make it easier when we're talking to people.
Yeah, you know where that's listed is in the other sheet that looks very similar to this. It's getting started options. And I think that's down under here under useful
And
resources.
it's under share also.
It's under share.
It's under share and it's in a blue box. And when someone says they want to get started, part of our method of operation is to send them the getting started options page right away, and then go through that with them. Scroll down a little further.
Here it is right here, getting started options. So it's in some of these documents are in several places and make it easy for us to find them. So under useful resources, I went there and here's the getting started. So here it says 5 months, 1 month, that's equivalent to sleeves, includes 3 months of X39, 5 months of X39. So that's
We should change it to
the
sleeves.
getting started option sheet. And this is typically, if someone's, inquiring about getting started, this is what you send them to help them make the decision on which package to buy. That's what this was created for.
But lots of people want to mix and match, and they have trouble doing the math, that X39 is 2. So I wonder if we could just have a total number of sleeves somewhere in some of these
Well,
documents.
It varies depending on their mix and match.
Yeah,
So
because
if we could
Yes.
write in here that every sleeve of X39 equals 2 of the others,
yes,
then that
Okay.
would make it easier, and maybe we should tweak that.
yeah, that's
Thank
let me
you.
contemplate how to add that in.
Just under,
Yeah, maybe, yeah. That's a very good point. So thanks for bringing that up, Kay. And I'll see if I can incorporate something into this that indicates that, and maybe I'll change to say 1 sleeve X39 and I'll put a asterisk, can be exchanged for 2 sleeves of any of the other patches. Yeah,
are you taking notes?
no.
He's holding it all in that big brain of his, Robin.
I got my thinking cap on.
Are your patches in?
No, this is the one without the patches.
Neither one with the patches.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good idea. Maybe just do an asterisk at the bottom, Gregory. Then you don't have to add to each line. You can just,
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, I think I can. Good. So what else? Any other questions, compensation related?
I have another, it's just a clarification, because
Yeah.
now I'm slightly confused.
Okay.
So it's 20% on the X39, 10 on a non-X39, but that's more than,
Oh, it's 20%.
$20.
It's still
No, I'm
20%
sorry.
on non. So it's a 20%, So when someone's buying a $49 sleeve, they're going to make $10. If they're buying a $99 sleeve of X39, they'll get $20.
So it's 20% on retail, on whatever their order is.
No, it's
20% off their order.
wholesale.
That's what I meant. 20% off their order, though.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
I was
Now I'm
just,
clear.
Yes. Go
well, I
ahead.
was just curious. I wonder, oops. Yeah, I was just curious. I wonder where you can find, and I was looking in the compensation plan, you know, in our resources, but I never did see where it tells you how much you make in the customer program. So if someone wanted to see that, where would you send them? It's not here in Nitty Gritty, nor is it, you know, in the resources.
I'd send them to Emily.
Well, that might be something we need to add to Nitty Gritty, right?
I agree.
All right.
I'm waiting for them. You know, the preferred customer program has been in extended beta test. They've gotten a lot of feedback from us and others. You know, we have a very active directors call every Wednesday, and we've given them a laundry list of suggestions, not a laundry list, but some very pointed suggestions on how they could make the preferred customer better, fine tune it to make it better. And I know they're working behind the scenes on that. So probably Helen, very soon. And that might be something, Robin and I actually have a call this afternoon with Ryan Anderson to go over some things. And that might end up on that call, you know, the preferred customer discussion. But good point. It needs to be clarified a little bit. Okay.
So Gregory, do you want me saying something?
Go ahead.
When it comes to the getting started, many times for myself, I find that we have that discussion after they've had the sample patch and they're excited and they want to try it. But
Yeah.
I haven't really determined yet that they're going to be a distributor or a preferred customer, right? So
Right.
when they ask, you know, what's the next step, I send them, they can come in 3 different ways. They can come in as a retail customer, as a preferred customer, or as a distributor. And I summarize all 3 in an email to them, or send them information. So that's kind of how I use that approach. And then if they decide they want to be a distributor and they want more info on the comp plan and whatever, then you run that way. Or you run with giving them more info on the benefits of preferred.
That makes a lot of sense, Patty. I think that's a good approach. And Robert has a quotable quote. What do you say, Robin?
When someone says, I want to get started, I'll start out by asking them, is this for yourself or do you want to share? And are you interested in an income? So if they say, I'm just trying for myself, then I say there's 2 options. You can pay retail at X amount, or by going a one-time membership fee, you can get the wholesale price at called our preferred customer program on a monthly subscription.
Mhm.
And so I want to find out if it's for themselves or they're sharing.
I understand that totally, Robin. But I have found some people who said they're interested in themselves, but once they find out about the distribution portion, then they change their mind.
That's
So
great.
that's why I show them both options.
And I'd always rather have a distributor than a customer. I call them customers and customer getters.
I'm
Yeah.
happy,
Yeah.
but I
Great.
get it.
Okay. And you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Oh,
And Maureen?
can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
She just muted herself.
You muted yourself. We heard you, and then
Okay, there. How's that? Got
very
it?
good.
So down a page, I think just down a little bit on your screen, as you scroll down where you had like bronze and silver and all, and then 1 month supply or 2 months or 3 months. Remember, and Kay said something about it's, you know, when we're trying to bring them in and figure out what packs, what sleeves they want,
Yeah.
you know, and 2 for the X39 and so on. Another thing that it's just a little detail, but you might want to think about this when we figure out, like when we're doing energy enhancer or ice wave, a lot of times we'll forget until the end. Oh my gosh, we only put 1 sleeve in there and that's only a half a month, you know, if they're using it every day, because it's 2 patches, right? So you can't really say, I mean, I know it's not in what you have there now, but it's just another factor that sometimes we've almost forgotten and didn't get enough energy enhancer for a month or 2 or whatever, you know, or the ice wave.
I think that's a really good point, Anne Marie, and it's important for people to know that. Those are the only two products we have that are 2-patch systems, so you only get a 15-day supply instead of a 30-day.
Hey,
Yeah.
Greg, could I comment on that?
Yeah, yes, go ahead, John.
So one of the things that I will say to all of you and is that one of the things that you should focus on with everybody in the first 90 to 120 days is X39 period. Because what happens when you're starting with this is a confused mind always says no, or a confused mind goes slow, or a confused mind quits. So if you have focus on X39, which that's what I still focus on, and I've been here 18 months, I usually don't talk about the other products because it becomes a natural process. So then this whole thing trying to figure out whether X39 is worth 2 and then, you know, which ones are a 15-day supply, you stick with X39, you'll build your business faster and everybody will be more appreciative.
Okay. Hey. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
You're
John,
welcome.
for sharing that. That's important. There's one last. If there's any last questions, I'll take 1 or 2 more questions. I have one other thing I wanted to share real quick. Go ahead.
Gregory, I just have a quick one. I love this so much, and I know it's being recorded and we can share it, but I just want to put out a suggestion that we do a call like this maybe once a month, because I am thinking of people that are not on this call that would probably enjoy the chat, you know, the conversation. Yeah. So maybe we could do a comp plan overview once a month.
I think that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. It would be good Saturday morning stuff to do also.
Would be great to have that in the Saturday morning replay.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm having a little trouble with my system, but I'll get it here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen one more time before we say goodbye. So share screen. And
great questions, you guys.
I just wanted to acknowledge John Ward as in the top 50. He's number 5 in North America in the spring sprinter contest with 102 points.
Woo-hoo!
So success leaves clues. So John leading with X39, it seems to be working. And I know Connie, she's right on your tail at 99 points.
Look at Kayla.
Yeah. And we got several members of our team, you know, that are in the running here. So it's very exciting to see all of you. Ravel is right there at 57 points. So these are people with 50 points or more that are going to be part of the next beta test. There's Darlene there. And if I'm missing anyone, please let me know. But, you know, we've got a number of members of our team, you know, in the running here. There's Teresa. And this was as of Wednesday. We don't know what it is now because everybody's coming down the home stretch here.
And acknowledge Kayla too.
And Gayla, where was she?
Right at the top.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Number 4. God, she snookered you, John. She's got 111 points. Golly. Hey. So, and I don't know what this guy John Chen's doing with 144 points, but, you know, we need to find out. Anyway, I just thought that would be fun to share. Congratulations, John. You know, going for the gusto here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I hope this was helpful, informative. We've gone a little over, but I think this was a juicy call. I'm glad to have everybody's collective input. And Saturday morning, we're going to be going over step 4 in our proven plan of action, which is enrolling. So when someone does make a decision to join, and that's where we'll be going over the getting started option sheet. Maybe that's a motivation for me to get it corrected before Saturday morning, because I'll be showing that and discussing how to use that to help someone make a decision as to come in as a customer, as a distributor, or a preferred customer. So that's all we've got. That's all, folks. Thanks very much. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you on one of the upcoming Zooms.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank
Ron and
you.
Gregory.
You're welcome.
Bye.